Hello, I'm Bob Holman. I'm in the Oval Office of the Poet's House. And as you can see, we are hard-headed and ready to, go move into Poetry Zone as soon as the constructors have revivified this space into the lush library of it usually is. I'm reading first a poem of June Jordan's. June, an activist poet who is funny. You can't do that, but she did, and it's just so lovely. It's so lovely that I painted this poem on my floor. Actually, I didn't. Mark Turgeon did. We were going to leave the plywood and put rugs on it, and then realized, why get rugs if you can paint them? And we put down some of the Geechee quilts first in paint. Mark did. He's a wonderful painter, sign painter, calligrapher. And then he said, Bob, why don't we put poems down? So we put down June's poem, Financial Planning, on page 450 of some book or other. I'm going to be reading it from the Collected. Financial Planning was a poem that was commissioned by Forbes magazine. How many poets can say that? None, except for one, June. Maybe there are others. But at any rate, she wrote about financial planning for Forbes, got in her digs for capitalism, got in her humor, and also it's a poem that has to be adjusted for inflation. Okay, here we go. Financial planning. 50 cents more an hour. No, we gotta adjust this for inflation. $25 more an hour would get me a house in the country. Hilarious friends calling. An Airedale that wakes me up only for brunch. A lover lusting and satiate. Liberation from my own daily routines. 50 grand more a year would get me in debt for the house in the country, part of the car that will slide up the driveway, tennis lessons in the neighborhood, installment plan travel out of that neighborhood entirely, an A1 recommended kennel for my dog. 100 grand beyond that would get me a whole lot of trouble. I'm sure, for example, I'd have to revise this poem, and I don't know how. Thank you, June. You see, this is my kitty cat, Abraham, and on the back it says, so hot, so hot, so hot, so what? The song of the angry citizens. Angry? Anyway, it's a poem that a poetry spot that I made for WNYC TV back in the mid-'80s, and that address will be there, and you can go out and see June read these poems. I can't resist showing the original poetry for the people, and then the conclusion of poetry for the next from Routledge Press. This was small press. But this is a course that June taught at the University of California, Berkeley. And well worth reading these books, well worth yourself investigating a revolutionary blueprint, poetry for the people. Now, Bob's supposed to read one of his own poems, so I will, from the book, The Collect Call of the Wild. Of course, nobody these days knows what a collect call is anymore, but it was a great title back in the day. It's a poem called We Are the Dinosaur. Blast open the gates to kingdom come. Whoops! What happened to everyone? Planted a seed, grew into a gun. Dum, da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Life is a riot living in a cartoon. Ice Age in a dumpster, that's your living room. Set fire to your roof, get a better view. Global warming is a warning. Woo. Toodaloo, we are the dinosaur. We don't live here anymore. We got what we were asking for. Come on, follow the dinosaur. Homo sapiens, you ain't so smart. Kamikaze friend. Hey, which way is the arc? The whole world's dialing 911. The don't walk sign just changed to you better run. What we've been waiting for has long since come. Dum, da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Cross the scorching sands with my big fat feet. You know it's hard becoming diesel fuel with nothing to eat. You better catch us quick. We're out of here. We're pre-winged birds. We tend to disappear. Oh, hurry disappearing back into the past. Did you really think the future was gonna last? It's ending with a bang, so let's have a blast! Tonight we're dining cannibal. Oh, it makes such a nice contrast. Chauffeured ambulances race into the prom. Santa, won't you bring me a neutron bomb? Recycle the planet before the earth is a grave. Excuse me, I gotta get back to my cave. We are the dinosaur. We don't live here anymore. We got what we were asking for. Come on, follow the dinosaur. Been Bob Holman, happy to hardhead with you hats, and keep writing.